What is up, free-to-play nation? I'm the free-to-play Padawan. I love Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but I hate spending money on mobile games. And I believe you can grow fast and have fun without spending a dime. And today, we are going to talk about Galactic War. Now, most of you, this is probably content that is not going to apply to you because you are already at level 85 and you are already simming Galactic War, and we all want to get there. If anybody else is on that level 85 grind, put it down in the comments. Let me know that this content applies to you, and I'm going to give you some pointers on how to beat Galactic War and what are, in my opinion, the 5 best teams to use in Galactic War. Now, the idea is not to use all 5 of them, but rather 1 or 2 of them should be able to get you through. The idea is to give you some variety to choose from so that you can take these teams and use them as you progress through the game. These teams are good in territory battles. They're going to be good in Grand Arena, at least decent in Grand Arena, because these are the early versions of all of these teams. So without any more stalling, let's get into the first team that I want to talk about today, and that is Admiral Raddus. Now, I was actually surprised when they put Admiral Raddus on an early node. This makes him early game farmable, and he has a lot of survivability for his team baked into his kit. He's really a great character. If we look at him and we pull up this lead ability, and let's say we get it to tier 5, because you're not going to be getting Zetas when you're in Galactic War. You're going to be getting tier 5, tier 6 on your abilities, and then later on tier 7. So let's look at it at tier 5. They gain 10% health, which helps them survive, 12% potency, 8 speed, and 12% tenacity for each Rogue One ally at the start of the battle. So this is going to be 50% health that they start with. Plus, when you look at this transmission from Scarif, let's say we get it to level 5, he has this hope ability that he gains upload progress towards this hope ability, and then once this hope ability is complete, you get to use it once per battle. It revives all allies, and all allies recover 100% health and protection. Then it deals true damage to all enemies. So this is a great way to come back from the brink of death against a hard team in Galactic War. If you can survive long enough to get this upload progress complete, then you're going to finish the battle with full health and protection. Everybody gets revived. And I have with him here some characters that are really easy to get. Cassian Andor comes from the Squad Arena store. Jyn Erso comes from the new raid tokens. K2SO comes from the Galactic War store, and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder is an early Cantina farm. So these characters are all very early accessible, and they are all pilots as well, including Raddus is a pilot of the Profundity. So if you're going for the Profundity as one of your first farms, this might be a good team for you to be using in Galactic War. Okay, moving on. These are in no particular order, by the way. Bastila Jedi. Now, this is a team, as you can see, that I am working on. Now, the way this team works is they work off of a whole bunch of bonus protection at the start of the battle. If we look at Bastila Shan, let's look at her leadership ability. It only affects Jedi, so you want to run Jedi with her. They don't have to be Galactic Republic Jedi. They can be any Jedi. At the start of the battle, Jedi allies gain 15% turn meter and protection up. I'm going to do it at rank 5 because that's where I have her right now. Protection up 150% that can't be dispelled. While they have protection up, they deal 20% more damage. So it makes them very survivable, and it makes them do more damage while they have protection up. And this refreshes at the start of every battle. That's one of the hardest things about Galactic War, as you guys know, is that it's a marathon. So you can start the first battle in Galactic War with full health and protection, and then maybe after the first battle, you've lost 10% of your protection. And then by the next battle, maybe you've lost 30% of your protection. And by the time you get to the end, you're toast. And sometimes the teams they put in there are so tough tougher than anything you could reasonably beat. So you have to have something that comes out strong at the beginning with a lot of survivability, and the Bastila Shan Jedi can help you with that. I have Yoda in here because if you're working on Jedi, you're going to be able to unlock Yoda. As you can see, I've got him tier 4 of his event done. I don't have tier 5 yet because I don't have 5-star Jedi, but I'm working on it. You can run Ezra here. You can run Qui-Gon here. There's a lot of different Jedi you can run here. If you can get General Kenobi as your first raid character from the raid currency, that would be a really good choice here. A lot of good options. Ahsoka and Anakin really should be kept together if possible, and Mace, after his rework, is so good in the early game. So we have Adrad. We have Bastila Jedi. Who's next? Veers Troopers, you guys. Veers Troopers. Let's see if I can not do any spoilers for the next one. Now, Veers Troopers works off a completely different set of circumstances. Instead of being very survivable, they work off of a lot of turn meter. Whenever you kill somebody with the Veers Troopers, they have a chance to gain turn meter. Let's look at it. I believe it's in Veers' unique. Aggressive Tactician. Let's say we do it up to tier number 5. Whenever an enemy is defeated, while Veers is active, Imperial Trooper allies have a 70% chance to gain offense up for 2 turns, so that helps you defeat more people. And a 40% chance to gain 25% turn meter. Now this, as you go up to the top, becomes a 100% chance. But early on, you're just dealing with a 40% chance, but it still really works out well for your team to go and go and go and go. You just kill. As long as you don't kill too many people at one time and you kind of stagger out the kills, you can be getting turn meter after turn meter after turn meter. And Dark Trooper is very interesting here because Dark Trooper, with his stacks of Dark Trooper Squad, even at rank 1, he starts with 4 stacks of Dark Trooper Squad. And if you were to get it up to rank 5, let's say, he gets extra defense, which is great, but it's not... The core of this ability is even at rank 1. And these stacks refresh at the start of every battle. So even if he loses a stack or 2 during the fight, he'll come back at full strength in the next fight. So it really works out well, Dark Trooper being on this team. Plus, he hits so hard, he's really going to be your big damage dealer. Piet, Range, Moff Gideon, General Veers, these are all relatively early to acquire. Unfortunately, most of them are from hard nodes, which makes it slow to farm to 5 stars. So this would not be necessarily a good first team to go for say, mods. In order to get 5 mods unlocked at level 50, you're not going to have 5-star troopers by the time you get to level 50 because they're all hard farms. Something like... Well, none of these teams actually qualify. And I had these Galactic Legend Leias down here just as filler so that I could scroll up. So I'm not suggesting that you use Galactic Legend Leia in Galactic War for those who are wondering. Okay, so that's team number 3. Instead of working off survivability, they work off of turn meter. Just go and go and go and go and never stop going. Range Trooper does offer some survivability with one of his abilities to give them protection up. Okay, who's next? Now, this is the Captain Rex Phoenix. I did not understand how good this team was at low gear until I started using them. If you remember in my first video, I was using the regular Phoenix without Captain Rex. I had Ezra here instead of Captain Rex. And the regular Phoenix are still solid in Galactic War. The reason that they are, let's look at why the Phoenix without Captain Rex are good in Galactic War. Hera's leadership ability makes each active Phoenix ally grant their unique ability to other Phoenix allies. So anything that they do in their unique ability, all the Phoenix get it in their unique abilities as well. So then you start saying to yourself, well, what should my team composition be? The answer is, what do their unique abilities do? With Zeb's unique ability, I'm going to just show it at where I have it right now. Zeb has bonus max protection equal to 22% of his max health, and he recovers 10% protection at the start of his turn. So Zeb gives the entire Phoenix team protection before they otherwise would get it and he helps them recover 10% of that protection at the start of all of their turns. This recovery is doubled if Zeb is debuffed. It's doubled if anybody's debuffed. So he really helps the team survive. Every time they take a turn, boom, they're gaining protection back. Now let's look at Chopper. What does Chopper do with his unique? At the start of his turn, Chopper recovers 8% health, so he heals his health. So with Zeb, you've got heal and protection. With Chopper, you've got healing your health. And then whenever he's damaged by an attack, he gains protection up 6% for two turns if he doesn't already have protection up. So this helps him and everybody be more survivable on the team. And then you bring in Kanan. Kanan has a very interesting unique. Not only does he give them counter chance, but he heals whenever he suffers a debuff. So let's say one of your Phoenix is down to 50% health. They've taken a good bit of damage. Well, they take a turn, they get a little bit of protection back, right? Well, then Darth Vader does a Force Crush on them, putting 3 dots on them. All of a sudden, their health comes back up 30%. And maybe they lose a little protection, but they get a bunch of their health back. And because of Kanan's unique here, he really helps keep the team alive. And then you have Captain Rex, whose unique is bonkers. It is bonkers. Let's look at this. I got it up to level 6. We're going to look at it at level 6. Captain Rex gains 25% critical chance. All the Phoenix gain it while he's on the team. 40% max health. All the Phoenix gain that. 40% tenacity. All the Phoenix gain that. And then whenever another Phoenix ally uses a special ability, Rex and all of them assist, dealing 60% less damage. So this turns your Phoenix team into like a Geonosian team, where everybody's assisting constantly. And I'm going to show you guys how that works in Galactic War if we can get past the first team. The first team is tough. And I'll tell you guys what the first team in my Galactic War is today. The first team is Iden Troopers. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that Iden Troopers is the best team for Galactic War, but it might be. Captain Rex Phoenix might be the best. Iden Troopers might be the best. I think it's one of these two that's the best. Put down in the comments who you think is the best Galactic War team to use, because I am really interested to hear not only what you are using in Galactic War, what you did use in Galactic War, but what you wished you had used, knowing what you know now. Not necessarily from this video, but from what you've learned later on. But the Iden Troopers have a mix of the high damage and survivability. You've got Range Trooper on this team as well, so you can't really run both of these teams, because if you lose Range Trooper in the Veers team, you won't have range for the Iden Troopers. But let's look at Iden Versio's lead. Let's look at it at, say, Tier 5. Imperial Trooper allies have 30% critical chance, 30% offense, and plus 30 speed, so they're fast and they're hitting hard. At the start of battle, if no other allies have the leader tag, which is why I've chosen the troopers that I've chosen, if no other allies have the leader tag, all non-droid, so Dark Trooper doesn't work, Imperial Trooper allies gain critical damage up and have a 100% counter chance, while enemies are vulnerable, they have minus 25% speed. So this slows down the enemy team, gives you 100% counter chance, so it makes you like a thorny team where whenever you get attacked, you attack back. And then you gain critical damage up for 2 turns at the start of each encounter. And then look at this ability, first in, last out. This is really what makes the Iden team really good in Galactic War. If no other allies have the leader tag, and all allies are non-droid Imperial Troopers, Iden gains 80% turn meter at the start of each encounter. That's basically her going first every time. When Iden has protection up, she has 30% potency, and while she is active, Imperial Trooper allies have more offense, 30% offense. So what do you do with Iden's first turn? You do this ability. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict vulnerable for 2 turns. So she's got extra potency while she has protection up, which I don't think she'll have protection up, so never mind. Disregard that. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict vulnerable for 2 turns. Dispel all buffs on the target enemy and inflict healing immunity for 2 turns and stun for 1 turn. So you can focus down somebody and make it really hard for them to survive. If no other allies have the leader tag, once again, it's really specific what characters you can run with Iden. You call all other non-droid Imperial Trooper allies to assist, dealing 20% less damage. So this is a mass assist, a stun, a healing immunity, a buff dispel, and you inflict vulnerable on all enemies. And if I'm not mistaken, vulnerable means that if it can critically hit, it will critically hit. She also has this ability here. It's really Iden that makes this team cook, so that's why I'm spending all this time looking at Iden. Dispel all buffs on Imperial Trooper allies, so this is a cleanse. Iden gains protection up 100% for 2 turns, and all other Imperial Trooper allies gain protection up 50%. So this is where the team gets their survivability. Remember I said there's a mix of survivability and super high damage. Plus you get those counterattacks. It's a bonkers team, it really is. Imperial Trooper allies recover 25% protection, so it's a heal, it's a protection up, it's really good. And this gets, all these abilities get even better as you take them up higher. But I'm just looking at them at an early game level. And then let's look at her basic, because I don't know what it does. Deal physical damage to the target enemy. For each critical hit, Iden recovers health and protection. Okay. So, Iden Troopers is really good. Just a summary here to recap. Adrad with the Rogue One squad, Bastila with Jedi, Veers with Gideon, Piet, Dark, and Range, Captain Rex Phoenix with Hera, Captain Rex, Chopper, Zeb, and Kanan, and then Iden Versio, Range Trooper, Stormtrooper, it could be Snowtrooper if you'd rather Snowtrooper, Magma Trooper, and Colonel Stark. These are all very accessible. Range Trooper is a hard farm, Iden is a hard farm, so that is unfortunate. They're both hard farms, but Stormtrooper is easy to get. He's in one of the shops, I believe Cantina store. Magma Trooper is in the Galactic War store. Colonel Stark you can get with the raid currency, so you can get these bad boys up and running to high stars very early. Very early. I got Sunfac out of the raid currency on my account, and I got him to 7 stars after the very first raid. I was just like, bam, bam. Every time the shop refreshed, I was buying him. Okay, so let's get into the Galactic War. We've spent enough time talking about the teams that are good. Now is a good time. If Galactic War is the most boring thing for you, now is the time to click off. Thank you so much for watching the video. But if you're having trouble in Galactic War, pay attention. Now is the time. Now look at this. Iden Troopers. They have Scout Trooper in here too, which sucks because they got him off of a marquee. So this is a very recent opponent that we're facing here in Galactic War. We got Iden at Gear 6, Magma, Range, Shore Trooper, which I don't know how they got Shore Trooper this early, honestly, and Scout Trooper. So let's get in here. Let's try. I want to show you guys my Phoenix squad so that I can show you how they stack up against the Iden squad. Now my Phoenix squad is poorly modded, 1 dot and 2 dot mods, a couple of 5 dot mods. But remember, Phoenix survives mostly off of the ability to regenerate their health and protection. Iden can power through health and protection really well. So she's going to start with the mass assist. Look at that. Right out of the gate, we lost Hera. Are we even going to get a turn? I mean, we're obviously going to back out. This is one of the first things you want to do when a battle doesn't go your way in Galactic War. Back out. You want to push the settings button here and then retreat. It'll reset the battle like nothing ever happened, and you'll get to keep your characters. So the Phoenix squad didn't work there. They're going to work in a lot of other fights, but they did not work against Iden Troopers there. Now, it's because my Phoenix squad is really bad. So I have a couple options here. I can bring in my Dark Side squad, which is my highest gear squad. I will probably lose them all, or at least most of them. So I don't want to do that. I'd rather try my Bastila Jedi. Now, my Bastila Jedi are pretty low gear, and I think they have mods. I have a lot of characters that don't have mods right now. We're going to bring in Ezra because we don't have Yoda, and I'm going to show you how the Bastila Jedi work. Bastila Jedi are a good match against the Iden Trooper team because they start out with a lot of survivability, so they can survive this initial onslaught, hopefully. Okay, Anakin still has a little bonus protection. Mace started taunting there, and they had to go after him. We want to get this taunt off with Ahsoka, so we're going to use Ahsoka's basic. Now, normally, you can't... Man, I forget. Can I kill Iden? Or will she just come back? I think that's a Zeta. So I think we can go after Iden here. Let's just do a basic ability. Get an ability block. I'm going to cleanse Anakin with Bastila's call to assist. I'm going to call Anakin to assist because he's got all those buffs now. I got to remember those counterattacks. We've got some counterattack as well, thanks to Bastila's legendary battle meditation. Let's see if we can get Iden out. Okay, we got Iden out, but then we took some big counters. See, we're looking rough in as far as protection, but at the beginning of the next fight, if we all survive, at the beginning of the next fight, we're going to have all our bonus protection back. Let's go ahead and strip off that taunt. I want to go after Range Trooper next. See if we can pop a little heal. Alright, I want to heal protection on somebody, so I'm going to use this ability from Mace. This will recover 30% protection if we target the shatter-pointed enemy. So I'm going to go after Anakin. Plus, it'll call Anakin to assist. He gets a little protection back. Let's get these buffs off of Magma Trooper. Got a lot of dispels on this team. I'm glad for that. Okay, let's keep going after Magma. Looking good. Okay, we're surviving. We're surviving. Let's see if we can get a stun here with Mace. Now let's go after Scout Trooper. Scout Trooper goes under stealth. I don't know Scout Trooper's kit, so I am at a disadvantage there. Now we have the battle pretty well in hand, so we want to start thinking about our cooldowns for the next fight. I don't want to lose Mace. I don't want to lose Mace, but I'm going to try to see if we can get away with basics for the rest of the fight. I'm going to call Mace to assist with Ezra. This is going to give him a little bonus protection, thanks to Ezra's kit. And we're going to go ahead and pop a heal here, so that we can get a little bit... Okay, now we're looking like we're in better shape. We're looking like we're in better shape now. So it looks like we're going to survive the Iden Troopers. This team, for the first fight in Galactic War, that was very tough. That was very tough. It doesn't look like we're going to make it through this whole Galactic War, but we'll see if we can make it to number 6. Alright, so we have our Bastila Jedi. This looks like a job for our Phoenix. So let's go ahead and swap out for the Phoenix. Those Bastila Jedi are going to keep their turn meter and their cooldowns for any future battles that we use them. Let's get our Captain Rex Phoenix. Alright. Now, Galactic War is really important because the Galactic War currency that you get, you can use to buy ships. And those ships are really going to help you in the fleet arena. The ships are really going to help you in the fleet arena. Let me, you want to use specials. When you have Captain Rex on the team, you want to use as many specials as you can, because that's what makes the Phoenix all assist like that. It's so beautiful. I'm going to call Captain Rex to assist. We're going to go after Cad Bane first. Let's see if we can get a daze on 5s. We got it. That's going to keep him from counterattacking. Well, until Akbar did that, let's see if we can get another daze on 5s. We got another daze. Now, this ability here is also a little heal. If this attack scores a critical hit, all allies recover 15% health and protection. Let's crit. We got a crit. Excellent. All right, just a basic with Chopper. We're just going to use his ability so that we can keep getting the mass assist. Let's go ahead and put this on Kanan, because we'll probably taunt with him next. Let's do a taunt with Kanan. Take the speed down off of Rex. Alright, let's see if we can get that offense up off of HK. Do another AoE. Now we're starting to get to where this battle is well in hand again, so we're starting to think about the next fight. I'm going to go ahead and put this on auto basic. If you don't know how to do this auto basic, you go into your settings, you go to auto battle, and then you do select option right here. This select option is going to let you choose between auto and basic. We wanted to do just basic abilities, because when they do just basic abilities, they are going to kill the enemies slower, first of all. This will allow them to heal their health and protection before the next fight. See, every time they take a turn, they're healing a little bit of their health and protection thanks to Chopper and Zeb. And when they do their basics, they're not killing the enemies very fast, so that gives them time to reset their cooldowns and heal their health and protection. Alright, let's see what we have on the menu for the next fight. Alright, this looks like a pretty tough squad. I think our Phoenix can handle it though, so we're going to bring in the Phoenix. I want to get rid of Sidious early because Sidious has a healing immunity on his basic. And the healing immunity on his basic is going to be really rough. Now, Mace is going to get in our way, but thanks to the mass assists, we are going to be able to get rid of this resilient defense very quickly and get right back to our target. Let's call Rex to assist. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, these early battles, I don't normally play them manually. I normally put them on auto and then put them on auto basic when they get close to being done. I'm going to go ahead and do Asajj, but I want to play it manually so that you guys can see, maybe I can kind of talk through what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. This is not necessary to use that ability right now, but we are just trying to get these mass assists flowing. The Phoenix actually do very well on auto. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to save Mace and Jedi Consular for the end. We're going to go ahead and auto on Darth Vader. Once we get him dead, we're going to switch to auto basic, get our health and our abilities back up for the next fight. Alright, so he's almost dead. There we go. So now we're going to go to auto basic. We're going to kill Mace first because he actually hits harder than Consular. And it's nice to save a tank and a healer for the end because the healer can hopefully heal the tank while you're killing him. And then you can save the healer for the very end. The healers don't usually do that much damage. You see, we're not going to end the battle with full protection, but we're going to end with full health and about half protection. Alright, let's see what is the next fight. This will be our last one. And then I want to do a quick account update to show you guys how things are going. We're just going to bring the Phoenix in here. The Phoenix are really impressing me, you guys. If I had Iden troopers, I would be using them. But if you remember, I went for Phoenix for the 5-dot mods. And I have essentially not upgraded them since then. And they are still carrying me through Galactic War. From level 50 all the way to level 63. Alright, so let me show you guys. Let's see here. We're going to kill Boba Fett first. Go back on Boba Fett. Mace has that auto taunt, which is annoying. Unless he's on your team, and it's great. Alright, let's go ahead and take the debuffs off of Chopper. We're going to kill Kit Fisto next. Once again, we're going to end with a healer and 2 tanks this time. So I want to kill Kit Fisto. Well, it looks like Kanan's going to get in our way all the way until he's dead. That's fine. Alright, we're going to call Rex. We're going to put it on auto basic. See if we can get through Mace. And let the Phoenix heal back up. Ooh, that was a big hit from Mace. Hera did not like that. Hera's in trouble! This auto basic is not good for healing, I'll tell you that. But at least they have their cooldowns ready for the next fight. Alright, you guys, now let's do a quick account update. We should be able to see... I want to do more Galactic War in this video series, so don't worry, we're going to do more Galactic War. Hopefully those videos help you, or those team comps help you if you're having trouble in Galactic War to build from one of them. So far in Fleet Arena, the first day in Fleet Arena, I got rank 22. I didn't have enough time to fight a bunch of battles to get up to the top 5 in the first day, but I got this rank 22. Next day, I got rank 4. And then today is rank 7, and yesterday was rank 6 or something. I mean, I'm getting top 10 now, which is nice, but it's not top 5. And I'm going to get knocked out of the top 10 very soon when enough people get the hyperdrive bundle. But right now, the hyperdrives are not pushing in Fleet Arena. I don't know why. If you look here at the ranks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hyperdrives in the top 5. And then you have us scrubs. Look at me with my level 5 Executrix Super Scrub. But look, we've got Darth Sith and Qaeda are awfully close to the top 10. Mole Eliza is awfully close to the top 10. These guys are going to be pushing us out in no time, but they're just not pushing right now. I don't know why they're not pushing. So this might be my last day at top 10, and then it's going to be top 20, and then I'm going to get pushed out of the top 20, and then I'll be sitting at top 50. Hopefully I won't go below top 50, but I'm taking these crystals every chance I can get, going after the Fleet Arena hard early, and then it's going to be a little bit of a lull where I'm going to be getting top 50, and then back at it going into the top 20 and the top 10 once we're able to beat those hyperdrives. And let's take a look at the account. My main focus is my fleet. Tarkin has reached 7 stars. He has got as much gear on him as he is able to have at this level. He is gear 8.5. Gear 8.5. We have Geonosian Spy is gear 7. Sunfac is gear 7. Soldier is also gear 8. And you see the teams that I'm using in Galactic War are low gear compared to my pilots. And I'm barely using my pilots in Galactic War because they don't have the sustainability. Now, there's a lot of teams that are way better than the teams that I talked about, but they're late game teams. Like the Geonosians are fantastic in Galactic War, but only after you get Brood Alpha. And you can't get Brood Alpha until level 83 at the soonest, unless you pay for him. And this is a free-to-play channel, so I'm trying to show you guys how to do it free-to-play. But Captain Rex really transformed the Phoenix. If you guys want to go Phoenix early, and you want to use the Phoenix ships in fleet, I don't know why I backed away from that. Let's go back to this. They have both of the Phoenix ships tied to the Phoenix farm nodes. It's really quite impressive. Several people in my fleet shard have done that. Harris and Dilda's node has the Ghost on it, and Sabine's node has the Phantom on it. So if you wanted to go for Phoenix early, you know that you could use them in Galactic War and Fleet Arena. The problem is they kind of top out at a certain point, and they're no longer very good in Fleet Arena. And at that point, you've put all your effort into them. It's hard to pivot to a different team. But look at this. The Phantom is right here at 1A hard. It's one of the first nodes you unlock. It is the first node you unlock at the dark side. Hard nodes. So yeah, put your questions down in the comments, you guys, about the account, about maybe what I'm doing next, what's going on. I'm very happy with my performance in Fleet Arena. I hope that you guys are having luck in your accounts in Fleet Arena too. I know those Lightspeed bundles really mess everybody up. And more Lightspeed bundles are coming. So I better hold on to my hat, because who knows what's going to happen in my Fleet Arena very soon. It's going to be a very short-lived opportunity that I'm going to be in the top 10, top 20. I know for sure. For sure. But I'm not going to spend money on this account. I've only spent money in this game a couple of times. I never spent money on my free-to-play Padawan account. I'm not going to spend money on this account. I tried buying a hyperdrive bundle in between the Padawan account and this account and tried to do a Rebel fleet, but I just burned out and wasted $50. I wasted it, you guys. I did not keep playing that account. Sad times. Sad times. Look at that. Geonosian Brood Alpha, gear level 10. Everybody in my guild is pushing for the Geos right now. We just started doing Dark Side Geo. I'm excited. This guild is killing it. They're killing it. I'm going to go ahead and buy. There's a lot of things I need to buy right now, but I'm buying Prestige because at least for the next little bit, instead of buying character shards, even though I need to buy Mace, I'm going to buy Prestige so that I can get my capital ship's ability up. His leadership ability. This ability right here. This is going to increase my offense for every debuffed enemy. It's just really going to help my Geos shine in this in the fleet arena. So all I need is one more day. I can upgrade it again, and then it'll be 3 more days after that before I can upgrade it again, and then I might be capped out for the gear level that I am. I want to get capped out on that ability before I unlock anything else. We'll see how it goes. Pushing my fleet arena. I recommend you guys push your fleet arena, and we'll see how it all shakes out in the end. I'm having a lot of fun playing this account. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And until next time, I want you all to remember that Jesus loves you.